Shalom, Torah scribes. This is your sister Sarah Shemaya. I just wanted to give you a little update of where I am on my Write the Torah challenge and share with you just something that the Most High put on my heart. Well, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I've gone ahead and started over. So here you have it. This is the first chapter of Genesis, and there is chapter 2, and I am right now up to verse 19. And while writing this, let me point out a couple of things, something I did different. The first time I started this, I was running everything together, almost like a Torah scroll. But this time what I did is I broke it up by verse. So it's a little easier to read, easier on the eyes. I'm really glad I did that. I am using just a regular pencil, which is a little cumbersome just because I'm not used to writing. I'm always on the computer, so writing with a pencil can become a little bit challenging. But of course, with a pencil, you get generally an eraser. As you can see, I've done damage to this one already. But my goal was to have at least a clean looking Torah notebook. I didn't want to have all kinds of crossing out, which is what happens when you use a pen. So that's why I chose a pencil. Okay, so let me tell you about the verse that I was really kind of drawn to this morning as I was writing. And that was chapter 2. Okay, and make sure I got the right one. Chapter 2, yes. Beginning at, verse 15. And I'm going to show it to you over here in my Bible. And you can see chapter 2, verse 15. And Jehovah took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. Hearing that, I was like really blown away because it made me think about how when he made us, fashioned us, formed us, he blew breath in us, the Ruach. He gave us, his spirit. He gave us a part of himself. But with that came purpose. And when you're on a journey like many of us are, I won't say everybody that's, part of this group is necessarily on the journey that we are on. But I will say this, no matter what journey you're on, whether you're a Christian, you're a Hebrew, or you're a Messianic, whatever you may label yourself, if you're pursuing to live holy for the Most High, then you are open and should be open to change. Change will happen. If you are looking to align yourself with Him, then you will change to do that. I can tell you that I went through that process while I was a Christian, and one part of that process is crying out to him to know, what is my purpose? What is the reason for my being? What is the reason for my existence? Well, once I came over and made the connection and understood that I was a Hebrew and accepted that, I went through that again, and it was really challenging because I really felt like I knew what I was called to do, which was my call was based on Isaiah 58:12, to be a repairer of the breach, a restorer of paths to dwell in. And becoming a Hebrew, I started questioning, is that still legitimate? Is that still right? Because after all, I'd found out so many things that we had been taught were more man-made and definitely weren't scriptural. So I started questioning everything. And I'm happy to say that I realized that being a Hebrew hasn't changed being a repairer of the breach. It hasn't changed the mandate on my life to go after sharing the truth with others and bringing them out of the darkness and into the light. And that light is the light of Torah now. That light is the light of understanding the precepts and the instructions of the Most High and helping those who want to come into the knowledge of that to live it out to the best of their ability so that they're pleasing to the Most High. And, it starts with us being that example. But in addition to that, it's, there's the teaching and the exchange and the building of relationships. All those things come with it. So I just want to say this. If you are challenged right now with your purpose, if you're in that place, maybe like I was once, where you were coming out of maybe being a Christian and into being a Messianic, or Messianic to being a Hebrew, or any of those things, or you're just in pursuit of your purpose, just know that the Most High, He made no mistakes when He made you. He knows what He's called you to do. And the more you lock into living according to His precepts and His instructions, the more you lock into this Torah, the more you write, the more you read, the more you learn and you live and you love and you share, the closer you will come to not only knowing your purpose, but living it to its fullest. With that, I'll say shalom, take care, and be well. And write on, Torah scribes.